Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be making safe hummingbird food, and you're going to be surprised how easy and inexpensive this is. So I used to buy the red hummingbird food at the store, and I found out how bad it really is for hummingbirds and their small little kidneys and livers to process. So now I make my own hummingbird food, and it's super simple. You're going to use water and sugar. So 4 parts water to 1 part sugar, and you can find the actual recipe in my description. You're simply going to boil the water in a saucepan, and so I've boiled my water, and then you're going to add in the sugar and dissolve it really well. This keeps down bacteria, so make sure to boil it and make sure that the sugar is completely dissolved so that it doesn't build up in your feeder. So I'm adding in a little bit and just waiting till it dissolves, and then adding in the rest of the sugar. I'm just making enough for 2 of my smaller feeders. These are the 2 feeders I have right now, and I've had them for quite a while. I usually clean them once a week. You want to make sure that you're cleaning the feeders out as well, because they can get mold or they can get clumped up. And my daughter was telling me a story the other day of a TikTok video where hummingbirds were getting drunk because the person hadn't cleaned out the feeder and whatever she had put in there had begun fermenting. So make sure you clean out those feeders about once a week. Essentially, if you can, every 3 to 4 days is good. So I've had these feeders for a very long time. I store them away when it's not hummingbird time, and then I bring them back out. So this is what it looks like. You want to wait till it gets totally clear like this and dissolved. And then you want to take it away from the heat and let it cool down completely. So I like to let it cool down even a couple of hours. I don't like to put it in there when it's warm or anything like that. I just wait till it gets to room temperature, and then I put it into my feeders. I have one feeder that's plastic and one that's glass, so I don't want it to deform or even hurt the hummingbirds. So I'm going to put it on this little trinket here and let it cool down completely. There is still a little bit of sugar in my measuring cup. I'm thinking to go ahead and just kind of swish it out. Hummingbirds love sugar, so this is something that they eat out there in the natural world, and plain granulated sugar is all you need. You don't need brown sugar, you don't need food colorings, you don't need any of that stuff. Just plain white granulated sugar and water. I love hummingbirds. They have always been one of my favorite birds to go sit and watch. I've always had them around me, so I've been really blessed that wherever I've lived, I've had hummingbirds. So now it has completely cooled down. I'm going to go ahead and pour them into my feeders here. You can see it's just clear, and you don't have to worry that it doesn't have the red dye. If your feeder has red on it like mine does, or even just the little flowers like my other little feeder has pink flowers, that's actually more than enough to bring them in. They just need to see a little bit of red somewhere. So this little mason jar feeder goes out by my office, and this bigger one goes by my front porch. So no matter where I am, I get to see them. I saw that at Walmart they had hummingbird feeders that have cameras attached to them. I would love to have something like that. I hope one day I can get one of those because I love seeing hummingbirds. I'd love to catch them on camera too. So let's walk out here to my office and set this one out. This one is a very kind of little small, cute one, and I just set it down right in front of my office. And when I film videos or I'm working out there, I oftentimes see hummingbirds, and they are just like these celestial, just beautiful little blessings to see, and they make me smile every time I see them. So it's important for me to make them some safe hummingbird food that's not going to harm them. There we go. And now I have some hummingbird food right there, so when I'm sitting there on my porch, I can oftentimes see them and catch them when I'm sitting there. Now let's go out to that front porch area and put a hummingbird feeder there. Here's the other hummingbird feeder. I've had this one a long time, but there you can see the hummingbird food is very clear and it's really delicious and ready for the hummingbirds to come and feed on. Thank you so much for coming along. I will catch you on our next video.